episode of Rapid Fire, a weekly show brought to you by Lit Sports Online. For this show, we focus on the previous week's game results. For this particular segment, we have Premier League, La Liga, NFL, and NCAA college football. My name is Justin Holden. This is my co-host, Gerald Gmroyster.
Thanks, Justin. And as he said, we will be recapping the sports over the past weekend, as well as looking back on our predictions in the NFL from last week, as well as making some more further predictions for this week. And I'll turn the time over to Justin for soccer.
Premier League, match week 4. Manchester United, 1. Manchester City, 2. Arsenal, 2. Southampton, 1. Bournemouth, 1. West Bromwich Albion, 0. Burnley, 1. Hull City, 1. Middlesbrough, 1. Crystal Palace, 2. Stoke City, 0. Tottenham Hotspur, 4. West Ham United, 2. Watford, 4. Liverpool, 4. Leicester City, 1. Swansea City, 2. Chelsea, 2. Sunderland, 0. Everton, 3. And our lit player of the week for Premier League is Romelu Lukaku, who scored a hat trick for Everton against Sunderland. La Liga, match week 3. Sporting Gijon, 2. Leganes, 1. Valencia, 2. Real Betis, 3. Granada, 1. Eibar, 1. Deportivo La Coruna, 0. Athletic Bilbao, 1. Celta Vigo, 0. Atletico Madrid, 4. Real Madrid, 5. Osasuna, 2. Sevilla, 2. Las Palmas, 1. Malaga, 0. Villarreal, 1. Barcelona, 1. Alaves, 2. Real Sociedad, 1. RCD Espanyol, 1. And our lit player of the week for La Liga is Antoine Griezmann, who recorded 2 goals and 1 assist against Celta Vigo this week. And now I bring it back to Gerald Royster to bring you the results for NFL and NCAA football.
Thanks, Justin. There were a lot of great games this weekend in the NFL. Here's the results. The Denver Broncos beat the Carolina Panthers in their home opener 21-20. Tampa Bay went to Atlanta and beat them 31-14. Baltimore challenged Buffalo and beat them 17-7 at home. The Houston Texans took on the Chicago Bears and beat them 23-14. Green Bay picked up a win against Jacksonville 27-23. The Kansas City Chiefs took on the San Diego Chargers and won 33-27. The Oakland Raiders took on the New Orleans Saints and took off and won 35-34. Cincinnati took on the New York Jets and won 23-22. The Philadelphia Eagles, being led by Carson Wentz, won against the Cleveland Browns 29-10. The Browns also lost RG3 to a possible season-ending injury. The Minnesota Vikings beat Tennessee 25-16. The Seattle Seahawks barely skipped by the Miami Dolphins 12-10. The New York Giants took on the Dallas Cowboys and won 20-19 in Dallas. The Detroit Lions beat the Indianapolis Colts 39-35. The New England Patriots minus Tom Brady barely beat the Arizona Cardinals 23-21. And the San Francisco 49ers took on the Los Angeles Rams and held them to no points, winning 28-0. And the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Washington Redskins 38-16. And the lit player of the week for the NFL is Carson Wentz, quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. He racked up 278 passing yards and 2 touchdowns versus the Cleveland Browns in his first career start. For the results of NCAA football this week. In week 2, Michigan beat UCF 51-14. Ohio State took on Tulsa and beat them 48-3. Florida State beat Charleston Southern 52-8. Clemson beat Troy 30-24. And number 1 Alabama took on Western Kentucky and won 38-10. And in the upset of the week, Central Michigan beat Oklahoma State 30-27 amidst controversy. And last but not least, Utah beat BYU 20-19. And the lit player of the week for NCAA football is Jake Butt with Michigan, tight end. He had 7 receptions for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns versus UCF. And now we'll turn the time over to Justin for some predictions.
Okay, so we predicted games on our last show, and Gerald is currently sitting at 4-1 for his predictions, and I am at 1-4. So I will look to rebound with this next set of predictions.
I told you should have just listened to me, but whatever. Let's go down the list. The Eagles take on the Bears on Monday Night Football. I'm going to choose the Eagles and Carson Wentz. They look promising. I'm thinking this fairy tale is going to continue.
And I'm also going with the Eagles for Monday Night Football.
Rivalry game this weekend in Cleveland when the Ravens go and take on the Browns. The Browns do not have RG3 or really any quarterback for all that matter. So I say the Ravens come out with a big victory this weekend in Cleveland.
Even though the Browns have home field advantage in this one, I just can't take them. I got to go with the Ravens as well.
The Cowboys and the Redskins will both be looking for redemption, but I'm choosing the Cowboys over the Redskins this weekend.
I'm picking the Redskins. I just don't see them losing 2 in a row at home.
The Jaguars take on the Chargers, and I think Phillip Rivers and the Chargers are gonna beat the Jaguars.
I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this one. They looked great against Green Bay last week, despite the fact that they lost the game.
Atlanta goes to Oakland, and I predict that Oakland will continue rolling with another victory.
I'm also taking the Oakland Raiders for this game. And so that concludes the first episode of Rapid Fire, brought to you by Lit Sports Online. We hope you enjoyed the show. My name is Justin, and this is Gerald.
And don't forget to tune in to Face to Face with Gerald as you find out what happens when I lose a BYU versus Utah bet, courtesy of my buddy Dylan. Thanks, and have a great night.